Oh, there you are. Bruce Campbell, Man with a Screaming Brain. There are films in there that obviously I will never see again. So why keep them? I haven't answered that question yet. I guess you could say my interest in films started as a kid. You know, I grew up in the 1950s in a small town in Eastern Ontario. And you could go to the movies for 25 cents. 15 cents got you in and 10 cents got you popcorn. And of course we went every Saturday. We saw serials, we saw westerns, we saw all kinds of things. By the late 50s we had TV. And of course one of the staples of early TV were old films from the 30s and 40s. So where I started to watch Universal horror films, melodramas, and so on. In other words, I grew up watching films. When I went to university, at the end of our street, there was a theater, but it was what they used to call an art house. And so it showed foreign films, Bergman, Godard, French New Wave, that kind of thing. And I found that. It was a whole new world for me. So I liked film, and I found that I could watch anything, you know, from schlock B westerns and so on, to Jean-Luc Godard and Fellini and so on. It was sort of accidental. I really didn't set out to start collecting movies. It's just that suddenly, when the VHS came on the scene, you could go out and buy, you know, a vintage John Wayne movie. So I started to do that, and then of course the various video stores would sell their previewed videos that they didn't want anymore, and so it was easy to start going through this stuff, and sometimes they'd have really interesting stuff. Suddenly I found myself by the mid-1980s with quite a large collection. When the DVD came in, through the 90s, you had a machine that could actually take your VHS and put them on DVD. Indestructible Man, Bride of the Gorilla, and Ring of Terror. By the time I retired in 2011, I had enough in terms of DVDs and VHS tapes that I gave all the tapes I had to the University Film Library and got $10,000 tax credit. So that's how many films that I had acquired just on VHS. And these are all really, really old movies going back to the 1890s. I like what they call genres. Cinema noir, one of my favorite. I like the musical, Western. I also like the martial arts film, horror, vampire films, and I like zombie films. I have great fondness for certain Japanese films, directors, Sam Fuller, Jean-Luc Godard, French filmmaker who's very prolific, or John Ford, have probably close to 90% of Ford's films, and he made something like 140 films. Or John Wayne. I found myself collecting Wayne films. I have 106 John Wayne films, which is not complete.
How many films would you guesstimate you have in your collection?
Yeah, it is a guesstimate, and I would guess between 8,000 to 10,000. I mean, when you think we have 2,000 westerns alone, that I counted, and that's only one genre. So, yeah, a lot of films. Wong Kar-wai, Zhang Yimou, Johnny To, Jackie Chan, of course.